Hey, what's happening, Wargamers? Welcome to another Tuesday video. As always, I'm coming at you on the Tuesday with, as you know by now, stuff that I've just really been enjoying lately as far as the hobby goes. So, miniatures, hobby-related stuff, new releases that, I'm particularly enamored with. This particular week, we are going to be taking a look at Uriel Ventris, the 4th captain of the Ultramarines. So, right off the bat, people are going to be rolling their eyes. It's an Ultramarine. And, yes, they are the poster boys of 40K. We see a whole bunch of Ultramarine stuff. But, there is kind of a reason for that. The Ultramarines, for all the flack they get, are kind of cool. They got a very striking design on them. The blue color stands out. They are supposed to represent sort of like the best of the Space Marines. They are good, they're noble, all that sort of stuff. And yes, you can make very strong arguments for other Marine chapters having better qualities than them. The Salamanders, have the best relationship with the regular people of the Imperium. The Blood Angels maybe are a little bit more noble. The Dark Angels maybe a little bit more, I don't know, chaosy, traitory. Insert insert Dark Angel joke here. But the Ultramarines are kind of the ones that are supposed to embody as much of that as possible. They are kind of what the Imperium strives to be. So here we have Ariel Ventress, and I have to admit, I've not read any of the Black Library books with Uriel Ventris in it. So, as far as his character goes, I don't know how well it's being represented in the model here. But we are just going to take a look at it. And for anyone who's watched one of these videos before, what I like to do is take a look at the sprue unbuilt, and then get it put together, get it painted up, and then take a look at it again once it's all together. So you got the build instructions for it. Got some rules for it as well, which is kind of nice. I do like the nice little base topper that's coming with it. That's actually a nice little touch right there. Rules itself, pretty straightforward. He's got himself his 4-up invulnerable save. He's got a fairly solid stat line, pretty indicative of Marines across the board. 4 strength, 4 toughness. He's got his 2-ups to hit. He's got 6 wounds, 5 attacks. Pretty standard. He does have a nice little aura there for the rerolls of 1 to hit for Ultramarine core units within 6 inches. Do like the unorthodox strategist right there. Use adaptive strategy until the end of the phase. Your stratagem only costs 1 CP to use. Whenever you get any sort of discount on stratagems, that's always really nice. And of course, he's got the captain of the 4th ability or special rule here. So he gets the Paragon of War as his warlord trait, but then there's also some stuff here for the Crusade Force. And all in all, only 110 points. Okay, so that's something. And the sprue itself is very straightforward. There's not really a whole lot going on with it. I do like that there's not a lot of pieces really to worry about. That little guy right there, has me a little nervous because of my fat fingers and everything. I do like the fact that the shoulder pad is already has the details on it for that particular aspect of it, and then the other one, I guess that okay. So that's the cloak clasp right there. So everything is actually looking pretty solid. He's going to be very straightforward to build. Which is really nice. Some of the Primaris Marines, they've gone out of their way to kind of make pieces a little bit, if they can make something 2 pieces, they will. When it can be 1 piece, I think the backpacks have been a big issue with that. Even the Sisters of Battle do that. So it's nice to see less pieces on here. And even the way everything is cut, it's not going to be too hard to do conversions with them if you really want to. Like, it's easy enough to swap out the weapons. But with these Black Library models, I tend not to want to do that. I want to build it just this way. It's also inspired me to build my Indominus box as the 4th company. So anyway, we are going to go get this built and hopefully paint it up and then take a further look at it. So we got Uriel Ventris painted up just to a nice tabletop standard here. Still a little bit more work to do, but for the purposes of showcasing the video, I just wanted to get some paint on him. So right off the bat, let's get a nice focus on him. The details are really rather nice on this. I actually really dig the details along the chest piece there. All the little odds and ends. The hilt on the sword is really quite nice. On the back, I like the 2 little tassels that come down there. Even on the back of the boots themselves, there's the little Ultima symbol as well. And just the whole model itself, it came together really nicely. I actually really like the way this guy looks. I haven't actually been inspired to paint a Space Marine model in quite some time, and this guy was actually a lot of fun. So I still got to pick up a lot of the details on him, like the highlights and such like that. A little bit of wash, mostly around the blue armor, and I gotta like do some build up the greens a little bit. But in general, I'm really enjoying the model. I like the pose. It's that kind of like nice stoic, implacable pose. It shows that he's basically a stalwart defender. He's not going anywhere. It's kind of nice every so often to not get the action pose. As great as action poses are, sometimes it's nice to have a piece that's a little bit more, defiantly posed, or like purposely posing, as opposed to someone who's action ready. And in fact, this one gives me a good sense of him being a line captain. He's ready to command the other troops. He's ready to take charge. He's ready to go into battle, that sort of stuff, and ready to accept a charge, which is just, it's fantastic. It's a great model. So anyway, I'm really a fan of the Ariel Ventress model. As I said in the early part of the video, it's inspired me to paint up the rest of my Primaris Marines as the 4th Company Ultramarines. And yeah, I gotta say, the Games Workshop Black Library models continue to kind of knock it out of the park with some cool different stuff. I am going to be taking a look at a couple more of them in the future, because they're just great. So anyway, yeah, that is Ariel Ventress, the 4th Captain of the Ultramarines. So thank you so much for watching. Be sure to leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. I always love hearing from all of you. And of course, hit that like and subscribe button. Like, really smash that like and subscribe button, because that sort of feedback really lets me know that what I'm doing is good and it's what you want to see. So anyway, yeah. So be sure to hit all that, and I will see you around next time. Happy wargaming!